Okay, so welcome back once again, guys. And I already talked about a supervised. Let's talk about unsupervised machine learning and what kind of a problem we try to solve in case of unsupervised. So when I was talking about a supervised, I clearly said that we try to find out a relationship between input and output. Yeah. So from a given data, and then eventually when we are able to figure out those things, we are able to build a model, we are able to find out a mathematical equation, or we are able to find out a relation. Then we try to pass the value of input, whatever input will come, and eventually it is going to give me an output, and output in terms of a regression, output in terms of a classification, categories. It is going to give it to me. Now, there is another kind of a categories you all will be able to find out, and that category is called as unsupervised. And just go after the word, just go after this particular term. Unsupervised means what? There is no one for me to supervise, means there is no one like called as Y for me, so which is going to help me out in terms of building a relation. Yeah, so I will be having just a data. I can consider the whole data as a X data maybe. Yeah, and then what I can do is I can try to maybe based out of some observation, right? Based out of some observation. So I can try to, categorize those data or maybe group those data. And eventually in terms of a technical term, machine learning term, it's called as clustering, right? Clustering, C-L-U-S-T-R-I-N-G, clustering. So let me explain you with the help of some data set over here. So here I have taken data. So where you will be able to find out age, gender, annual income, spending score, online purchasing frequency, in-visitor score, this, and this one. Okay. So this is the data which is available to me. Now, here, so basically I have to divide my customer. But before jumping into that, so maybe I can try to give you one example. So let's suppose I'm going to draw something over here. I'm going to draw something over here, right? I'm going to draw. Okay. Okay. Now, so as a human, right? As a human, just look into this things that I have drawn, right? This symbol that I have drawn over here. So as a human, if I'm going to ask you that, can you please segregate all of this drawing in a different category? Yeah. So you will say that happily that yes, I can do the segregation. Yeah, I can do the segregation. Now, so when you will think about a segregation, so you will think about maybe a color. So color is same for everything. So again, I can't do the segregation. Then what you can think about, so the very first thought that you will be able to get over here is that a shape. So some of the object is available over here in a circle, some is a square, some is triangle, some is cross, and some is basically a dot. So if I'm going to ask you that, please try to segregate this entire data. I have not labeled anything as a triangle or maybe circle, right? I have not given any name to this one. I have not given any kind of a name to this one. So I just have this particular data, this particular information. And if I'm going to ask you a question that segregate it, yeah, segregate it. Happily, you will be able to do the segregation. Happily, you will be able to do the segregation over here. And you are going to do a segregation based out of what? So you are going to do a segregation based out of the different kind of a shapes that is available to me. Yes, different kind of a shapes which is available to me. Based on that, you are going to basically do the segregation. Now, I'm not telling you what is the label which is given to any of this object, but still you will be able to do the segregation. Now that is something called as unsupervised. I'm not supervising you. I've just asked you, right? There is a basket. Inside that basket, let's suppose I have a fruits. Maybe I have an apple, orange, guava, mango, papaya, all these things. Now, if I'm going to ask you that, can you please try to separate all those fruits? Obviously, you will try to separate it based on the shape, based on the color, and based on whatever you feel, right, about that particular fruit. So you are going to segregate it. You are going to separate it. So I'm not supervised you. I have just given you the data. I have just given you the fruit, basket of the fruit. I have just given you this particular data, and you are able to do the segregation. Now, this kind of problem statement comes under unsupervised. I'm not supervising you. I have not labeled the data at all. Yeah, I have not labeled the data at all. Now, let's try to focus on this data. So even in this data, you will be able to find out that everything is given to me, right? Everything is given to me. Now, let's suppose I'm a store owner. Right? I'm a store owner and I would like to run some sort of a maybe discount. I would like to run some sort of a reward program. I would like to run some sort of a reward program. I would like to run some sort of a discount. I would like to reach out to some of my customer. So technically, I can't reach out to everyone, right? I will be having a billions of customer base maybe, or maybe a lakhs of customer base. I can't reach out to everyone, and I can't give a similar kind of a reward to everyone. Otherwise, meaning of reward will be diluted. Yeah, meaning of reward will be diluted. So what I'm going to do in that situation? So maybe I can try to segregate my data. Yeah, maybe based on the age, I can run the discount. So maybe I think that okay, maybe a person who is having an age between 25 to 30, they will be having more spending capabilities, and let's try to offer them something, right? Let's try to offer them some additional discount so that I will be able to get a more benefit, right? Maybe to elderly people, I can try to give some sort of a reward, some sort of bonus point, some sort of additional product I can try to offer to them. So to do that, I have to create a segregation between my data set, and every company does that. Right? Every company does that. So they are going to show you a different kind of a product, different kind of a reward, different kind of a discount for anything and everything that you are going to purchase. Maybe on Amazon, maybe a Flipkart, maybe nowadays Zepto, even Zomato and Swiggy, right? So they understand their customer. They try to understand their spending capabilities. They try to understand their order frequencies. They try to understand a product that they like, they dislike. And based on that, they try to do a categorization that, okay, so whenever I'm going to run the reward, so maybe for this category, so they try to create a group, right? So group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, group number 4, group number 5, depends upon the different criteria, depends upon the different kind of categories. They try to create a multiple different groups. Eventually, in a technical term, we try to call it as a cluster. So they try to create a cluster of the data. Now, so maybe this is a cluster C1, cluster C2, cluster C3, cluster C4, cluster C5 they try to create. And then they will try to run something for this, something for this, something for this, something for this, and something for this. Now, so this cluster is been created without any kind of a supervision. This cluster has been created based on the similarity matching of the data. Yeah, maybe based on the age, right? Maybe based on the income score, maybe based on the annual income, maybe based on the product that they have purchased so far, maybe based on the in-store visit that they have done. So based on the similarity of the data, based on the distance between the data sets, so it is going to build a different kind of a cluster that let's try to keep almost similar kind of a data, right? Almost similar. I'm not saying that exact similar. So let's try to keep almost similar kind of a data into one category, and then in other, then in other. And whenever new customer will fall in, so they will go into that particular cluster, right? That particular group. And as a business, so when I'm going to run the reward, I'll try to run the reward for that particular group of the people or that particular cluster of the people. So this kind of approach is called as what? It's called as unsupervised. So all those clustering algorithm comes under this unsupervised category. Now, what are the algorithm? As we will move ahead, as we will progress, we will start talking about it mathematically, theoretically, and even in a practical manner. So hope all of you are able to understand that what is called as supervised machine learning and what is called as unsupervised, how it is like a different, both of these things are different, supervised category and unsupervised category. Inside supervised category, we have regression and classification. Inside unsupervised category, we have basically clustering. This is the problem statement that we try to solve. So with that, thank you so much everyone, and see you again in my next lecture. Till then, take care everyone.